ARCHIDEX and welcome to the PAM Future City Pavilion. So for our third session, we're going to talk about an identified Proptech. So basically, this is a short panel discussion. We'll bring all the attendees close and personal with the other two Proptech verticals, Transact and Manage, to understand how technology has helped stakeholders in these two subcategories to resolving issues and challenges will allow the attendants to explore more about the applicability of the proposed solution to their specific fields. So today we'll be having 4 panelists that will provide us answers from the experts. First, I would like to introduce our speaker for today. First, we have Mr. Aiden Teh as the co-founder and the Business Development Director of iNeighbour. Yes, please give Mr. Aiden Teh a big round of applause. Thank you. So next, we'll be having Ms. Christina Leong as the founder of ProSales. Please give Ms. Christina a big round of applause. Thank you. And next, we have Mr. Jacky Chuah as the founder and the CEO of Rekaton.com. Yes, please give Mr. Jacky another big round of applause. Last, we have Ms. Liz Ang as the co-founder and CBO of iMortgage2You, a Techapp Business company. Last but not least, we have our moderator for today, Ms. Angela Kew, as the moderator that will moderate the whole discussion, and also the founder of myLivin community platform. So before we start this discussion, I'll pass the mic to our moderator. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Angela, the VP of Membership of Malaysia Proptech. So it's our honor to have 4 leaders of 4 different companies today that explain to us what is Proptech about in the pillar of Transact and Manage. So before we start, I would like to have just a very short explanation about what Malaysia Proptech is about. We are actually Malaysia Proptech Association. We are property technology, which we cover in 5 different pillars, including plan, construct, transact, manage, and educate. Today, we are going to focus in the transact and manage. So the 4 leaders of the company here, we are going to explain a bit a scenario on how actually Proptech can help the industry in actually transform a city into a future city. Basically, Proptech is not about advertising only. It's not about digital marketing only. It is not about buying a property online only. So it is a lot more. And we want to understand more from the leaders of the different companies, which are our panelists here, and see how we can actually transact a property transaction and manage in the long term. So let us start with Christina, the founder of ProSales. She is actually a digital enthusiast and a tech entrepreneur. So Christina, let's say we are living in a future city and where the transaction of buying a property can be improved by digitalizing the processes. How can Proptech help a buyer that is new in the city, for example, that he or she look for a dream house and purchase it in the dream location that she or he wants in the most efficient way? Can you explain a bit?
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I think I don't want like talk in the air. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Oh. So let me have a short advertisement for our MPA. MPA is a Malaysia Proptech Association. We are the group of people passionate in how to transform in property industry to make the property developer, the contractor in easy work. So this is where we are here, and I personal seeing all my partners here. So we always have a lot of gathering and discussions about how our system, our own system can transform the property industry. This is more important, the outcome. We want to make this property industry is more easier life, okay? So I answer your question, Angela.
Thank you.
So basically, when people, they want to look for a house or unit or dream home, definitely they will go through an agent or consultants. So when the consultant, then when they introduce a unit, they will using a lot of 360 VR and AR, make those like interest the unit first, right? Correct. So without these tools, I think it's very difficult, right? So like the traditional way, the agent will using a lot of paper and show you the closure, everything, right? So then you only like, after you're interested, then the agent say, wait a minute. Okay, let me call the office. So I think nowadays, with our systems, no more this kind of paperless. We will save the environments. And you only, the agent will be using our system and guide them through a smooth the smooth buying journey. So this is one of the good things for the technology to make all the people the easy life and come with a very secure data. Okay, this is what I'm sharing.
Yeah. So that means from our platform, from your platform, the user, they can see what is the property about without physically going there. Is that right?
Yes, you can using contactless and virtually.
So can they like just buy online, like
yes,
contact the agent? So without going physically to the place, that means they can attract more investor without the investor actually coming to the place.
Yeah, basically the technology make agent the life and the prospect the life is easy lah.
Totally agree.
Yeah, correct.
For example, even if I'm not intend to buy a house now, but maybe I'm in the dream mode, you see. Maybe I just want to shop for house for future 2-3 years down the road. Without going to the physical place, I can actually go online, go to the Proptech website and search for the place or the dream house that I want, maybe set as my goal in the 2-3 years future. And the best thing is now the visualization make it so convenient that we can actually look at it, the house at 3D mode, and like a VR and so many technologies being implemented into the platform itself, right?
Yeah, I think in the market a lot of different solutions. But when I'm suggestion is like when the property developer or you are choosing a system, you must look for the MPA member, because all the MPA member here, they are really, I can tell you, we always sit down and discussion and how to make our system value the user. It's not only the paymaster, you know. So when we have a lot of consideration and the point of view, I think this is today is I'm quite pressure, because you see Liz is on the fintech. He is a founder of the Finos, and Eddie is from Aiden also is a founder of iNeighbour. He is doing the community apps. Myself is doing the, what is that? Can anyone to share with me what I'm doing? I'm doing the pre-sales booking system until the handover and defect management systems. And this handsome, what is your name?
Jacky.
Oh, Jacky. So Jacky is doing the interior, right? ID.
Renovation platform.
Yeah, I think all of us, 4 of us are founder, and even our moderator also from is a community, is a founder of Living.my. So you see, when you choose a system, you know, you need to understanding who their founder. You can see the founder have patience, then you can go ahead. No need to think about that.
Okay.
Because they are really to think about how to benefit the user. That's all my sharing. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know
Thank you,
I take a
Christina.
long time.
No, it's okay. Very nice,
Okay.
very nice.
Thank you.
Well said. Okay, so just now we were talking about how a new buyer search for a house, dream house, using VR or any tools being implemented online so that the buyer can visualize and look for the dream house that she or he wants. So now assume that this person already got a house and place a deposit and want to look for financial institute, the best fitted, best rate, and to look for the eligibility and the best way to engage a financial institute to help getting the loan to buy dream house. So Liz is actually in this industry. Liz is a co-founder and CBO of iMortgage2You. She actually providing a fintech solution in Proptech industry. So Liz, based on the same scenario, can you tell us how can a fintech solution help the buyer to access to the financial services so that he or she can purchase a dream house in a city without a hassle, going through the traditional and complicated loan process that is really killing. So can you tell us how can you actually help this person?
Sure, Angela. Good afternoon all. So my name is Liz. In the traditional way, when someone wants to buy a house, after the booking, definitely he has to go for a bank loan. And then the result probably after 1 to 2 months. Then the process actually from bookings, survey, talking to the bankers, submitting the loans until the result. It probably takes 2 to 3 months. And this process actually is quite long. Actually, it's long, especially when a banker come back to you and tell you your loan was rejected. And sometimes you're not even know why your loan rejected. So it's frustrated. So now with actually a fintech solution is focusing on simplicity. And it's helped to shorten the process flow, to eliminate all hassle. A buyer, before they submit to the loan, before they submit to the bank, he already know his loan eligibility. By performing, we call it financial health check. Then with the input of his revenue income information, with the algorithm, that program able to show him each bank scoring. So it save his time. He no need to do the survey, and then he can submit to the correct banks. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. So based on the data, Q1 data, the rejection rate of mortgage loan application was 68%. I can say it's because buyers submit to the wrong banks, because they don't know where to get the information whereby can tell them which bank to submit to. So fintech actually can help. Fintech, especially with now a lot of fintechs, they are using app-based or web-based. The user can operate it anytime, anywhere. Okay, another example. Here we have 18 banks. Different banks, they have different appetite. So whether do you know which bank they prefer your industry or they prefer your type of income? This is the reason fintech not only can fasten the turnaround time, but actually can help the approval rate as well.
All right, thank you, Liz.
Yeah.
So I actually spoke to Liz before about the platform. What impressed me is this actually. She explained to me that agents like to work with them. One of the reasons is because of the reject rate. Imagine one building with 300 units. The agent need to sell 900 times because each house, they have to sell 3 times. That means the 2 rejected, 1 accepted. So by going to the platform, it not only helped the user, the new owner, it also helped the agents actually to speed up everything, and eventually the developer as well and the whole industry. So that is what we can explain about how fintech is applicable into the Proptech industry. All right, let us move fast forward for 3 to 4 years now. this buyer actually bought a house using fintech and proptech, found a dream house, and now he got a key. So this, let us see, Aiden, the co-founder and business development manager of iNeighbour, which is a property management ecosystem platform, where this is actually one of the platforms in the industry where it can help the new buyer to help manage their own property. So Aiden, can you elaborate what is the property management ecosystem about, and how can this platform help this particular buyer after getting the key in terms of how he can actually raise some complaint about a defect, for example, and after he moved in, how can he improve the security, help the community understand more about where he is staying, and how he can manage a property. Yep.
All right, now everyone can hear me, right? Hi, I'm Aiden. Okay, so thanks, Ms. Angela, for the good question. So one thing is, before we go into the details, right? So everyone buy a house, I think that everyone would want, other than staying in there, you would want the convenience and also the security of the whole, of your house and the whole place, right? So basically a property management ecosystem, I would say it's a one system, the ultimate system, one app that manage all this thing. Okay, so like what Ms. Angela, you're saying that right nowadays, that's a lot of developers when they hand over the keys, do the defect. Well, I would say most of them that doesn't even have a system. You're still using pen and paper. You're just or right now you're taking you have a defect and you take a photos and send it to the WhatsApp group. So then, other than this, a lot of other systems that actually works individually in the neighborhood, I would say, is that doesn't talk to each other. That whereas the property managers or the committees, developers have a hassle to manage all this system, because you have to learn each and every system, and you have to know all the settings and all that. So a few examples is like the maintenance system, like the one that I mentioned is the defect, the visitor management system, guard patrolling system, the access control, and I believe there's still a lot of other systems that's actually in one neighborhood. So with the property management ecosystem, we're actually integrating everything into one, and with not just let them talk to each other, but it's also combine them together and multiply the value that they are able to provide to the owner, and for management, it's more easier to manage the property. Like a few examples, the one that I mentioned before, it's the defect management. So right now, there's actually a lot of apps in the market where they're able to provide, after you VP, right, you're able to use the app to take a photos, take a videos, and submit the defects to the developers. And developers at the back end, right, they actually have the CRM system, the ERP system, to actually count down for 30 days. And you as the owner in the app, you're able to check what's the status, and when is the they rectify the issue, when you are able to schedule meetings again with them to go and see if you are satisfied with the defect. Then the next thing is, with one system, right, you are able to communicate between the accounting system to the access control system. So something like, if let's say with just one app, just one click of a button, you are able to pay the maintenance fee, right? But some people are really lazy to pay it. They don't want to pay it. So with this kind of integration, you are able to set a deadline or set a threshold where when the times, when you reach the date or you reach the limit, right, the accounting system would actually send a signals to the access control system. It will bar the access for this whole family and also its visitors. So these families would have a hassle to go back to their house every day. There's some things that you can do when all the system talks to each other. Then the next one, and that's the convenient. And for security-wise, if let's say when this house is newly built and there's still contractors walking around, loitering around, and you're afraid to go down to take your car, or you go back home at night, right? The developers, before they hand over, they are able to link all the CCTV into this app, where you are able to just open the app and look at it, and if there's maybe you feel secure, then you only goes back to your home and goes back to take your car. So this is something that we are promoting for smart smart community system. And this doesn't end here. You're still able to integrate all this with your smart home. So a few examples, like when you want to, right now, a lot of people, when you talk about smart home, they just think that you're able to use your phone to communicate, to control the light, the aircon from your house, or you're able to set schedules when to turn on the lights when you're leaving the work, right? But this also have a lot of problems. Sometimes, if you forget you have a dinner or you have a happy hour with your colleagues, the electricity will be wasted, and every time you want to leave your work, then you only turn on the aircon or turn on the lights to welcome you back, right? Trust me, 1 month later, you'll forget about this. Okay? So, with your smart home integrated with your neighborhood's amenities, hardware, and all that, right? You are able to link all these things into your barrier gate. So if, let's say, I drive home and the barrier gate recognizes my car plates or my access card or the RFID stickers, and once it opens up the barrier gate, I can send a signal, this barrier gate, I can actually communicate with my smart home to actually turn on the light, turns on the aircon to welcome me back. So this is something that's more efficiency, effective for smart community and also the smart home. So yeah,
Thank you.
I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. Well said, thank you. Yeah, property management platform and solution, it has been a very, very hot trend, I would say, for the past 3 to 4 years. Especially now, I believe many of you, when you enter into any condo or commercial building, if the guard is still using paper and pen, and you will feel this is weird, why this building is not improved? Because there are so many solutions in the market where you can digitalize and you can reduce a human error. So we know when we use paper and pen, write our own IC number. Are you honest are you writing the correct number? We actually know, we simply write simple number, or even the phone number, we just write a fake one. So that is the kind of security we cannot secure if we are still using a traditional and manual way. So this is a trend. This is a trend no matter what, and it is going to be the future, because after we move in, it is not like buying the house, you wait for 3 to 4 years. Property management, we need the solution for at least 20, 30, 60 years, because we are going to stay there in the building, in the house that we dream. So this is why it is so important, and we encourage property management is definitely the solution that each community needs for residential and commercial. So all right, with the same scenario, this new buyer got a house, raised the defect, everything is done, everything you can keep track online, whether the defect is rectified, and I'm a happy owner now. So I want to renovate my house, and I'm new in the town. I know no one. I don't know who is a good plumber, renovate contractor, what is the best material, who can design my house so that I can live in a very comfortable home. So what do? Can Proptech help? So Jacky is our Proptech member as well. He is the owner, the founder and CEO of Rekaton, the first renovation e-bidding platform of Malaysia. So Jacky, why do house owners want to bid for the renovation works? And instead of doing it traditional way, okay? And how can a platform help this new house owner to find a reliable renovation contractor? How do you think Proptech can help in this sense?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm Jacky Chuah here. Thanks, Angela, for the question. So first of all, if any of the owner, when they VP or they get the key, so normally what they will do? First, they will look for a few traditional way, contractor, interior designer, or any of the related industry professionals to look for their house, not only 1, but 3 to 5. That is the traditional way of them. And of course, they might go as well to traditional way of tender the process if the property or the premises is big enough. Then what is the normal procedure? Normally, they will have to go and take all the document, and then they have to prepare, fill in everything, and then with the drawing and then with the BQ, bill of quantity, and then they fill in everything, then they have to put it in an envelope, and then they have to seal it up, and then they have to travel quite a long way to put into a box, so-called tender box, and then waiting for a few days. After that, then people or the related party will open and then call for the tender and everything. So it takes quite a long time, maybe a few weeks before everything can be determined, and then to call again the contractor or the interior designer to interview one by one. That's the very traditional way. So what Malaysia Proptech Association's member can do for that? Okay, we use the IT technology to leverage the interior design industry in delivering time saving, means we less the time consumed, and also we enhance on the quality, yet also we will be giving a very fair value on the whole process. We use e-bidding process as the traditional way to turn it into an online digital way. The client and the interior professional can tender or so-called do everything online digitally, which the client can observe when the process is ongoing. It's a live e-bidding process with the better or the best offer from the different interior professionals. Then the client can have a Starbucks coffee and then looking at the computer or their device, enjoying whatever is happening online, and the contractor or the interior designer also, they can give a very good price while discussing internally to counter offer. And we only recommend the lowest or the best interior professional to the client. Why we call it as a trusted? Because we screen through the interior professionals or the contractors by a few criteria. We screen through by whether they are registered with SSM, their documents, and also we will be visited their premises, whether they have an office, factory, and what is their handed over previous project. Also, we need them to introduce themselves and let us know what is their capacity, what is their so-called strength on different of course, some of them is good in carpentry work, some of them is good in structure, wet work. So those are the criteria that we will filter and screen them. So our this platform will gather all these so-called screen-through professional to give a best value to our client. On top of that, definitely the client will ask, after this process, then what is the next? What can I do for that? Okay, definitely once this one been assigned and been awarded, we will get them to sign an e-signature contract, which the contract will taking care both parties without bias to anyone. We are taking care, we help, and we preserve the client's right in delivery, fair value, quality, and cost saving as well. So on top of that, we will be enhanced into our so-called project management apps. As I mentioned just now, we use technology, and the apps itself will contain a few steps on not only bidding process, but also communication, and also we so-called what project report, e-signing contract, project management, and also we will be look into the payment management as well. This is to ensure that the interior professional will claim step by milestone, which it will eliminate the so-called abandoned project or runaway contractors. This is to secure our clients' right, and at the same time also we secure the interior professionals' right and their so-called their money as well.
Yeah, thank you, Jacky. I admit renovation is one of the most painful process before we move into a house, because we are not the experts of the industry. We may not know what is best for us, and the most painful part is the project management.
Yes.
Yeah, so Jacky have explained how Proptech technology platform can help to transform a paper and pen processes, which is also very painful, the bidding, the tendering process, right, into a e-bidding platform. So this painful process, we digitalize it, transparent. You having your coffee, you are having your coffee and you know what is happening. You get the most reliable contractor and get the job done. So that is like what we see in the TV show, you know, suddenly it transforms from the before and suddenly become the after. That is what we want, but we don't know what is the process in between. That is really painful. Technology is the place, is playing the role in this, where we can reduce the painful processes in between. Right, so I think we have demonstrated just now by 4 leaders of the companies, and to show us how actually Proptech play the role in the industry. So we are not only digital marketing or advertising. Basically, we Proptech, the entrepreneur, we care about the industry. The reason is because we think future city must have technology. A city is made of infrastructure, environment, real estate, the people, the vehicle, and everything. So we are playing our role in real estate industry to improve our future city, because there is where we're going to live in. Not yesterday's city, not even today's city. So if tomorrow's city is the future city, Proptech is here to improve for us and our next generation. All right, I think that concludes what we want to bring out and discuss. Do you have anything that you want to add on, panelists, about? No? Okay, any question from the floor? Please. No? Yep, Dr. Daniel.
Yeah, one point that might be interesting for the audience here to understand is how all these different solutions along the property buying, renovating and using journey can be connected, if is possible. And secondly, to have just a general idea on how affordable is the implementation of technology in the property market. Because there is a wrong perception. Every time you think about digital transformation, you are expecting 5-digit, 6-digit, and you step away. Well, the real name of the game is totally different. And maybe Angela and our panelists here can help understanding better. Thank you.
Yeah, I think different solution has their own business model and different charging methods. So do you want to elaborate a bit, answer to the question, how affordable it is? Because it used to be a solution, a technology solution. It is very costly, I would say. A pain also, you know, that means it's like, you want to improve, you need to pay for the pain of the cost also. But can you explain, actually, is this the perception? This is a perception of the industry, but can you change this perception and telling us, actually, why are you doing so good today in your industry? One of the reasons, of course, I believe is the solution that you provide for the industry. The people like it, the developer like it, the user like it, they use it. And secondly, must be, it is not too costly for them to afford the solution. Can you just give a roughly explanation on this, how it can actually, the industry or the user or the payer afford the solution? Yep.
Okay, let me answer first. So in order to get, as everyone knows, the renovation involved the project management is a very tough and very costly. So in order to eliminate or in order to use the technology to leverage the whole industry of this renovation and this project management. We use apps, we use technology, and then apart from that, we also use a lot of web and then paperless. So those will reduce the manpower, will reduce and save the time and also the cost. I think that is the futures and that is the trend of every industry is going forward with the paperless. And of course, environment free and of course ESR kind of thing, that is our future cities needs. So I think that is true and that's the trend as well.
Christina?
For my apps, currently you actually can download from the App Store, and it is free download. However, if let's say you want to do your financial health check, you have to pay 36 ringgit to get the report. But anyway, today actually you can go to my booth, get the free ticket. Actually, it's free for today only.
Very good, very good. Yeah.
I think just now I did mention few times already. Technology actually is make everyone the lifestyle is easy, and you can reduce a lot of resources, and like what Jacky mentioned is like say example, if the developer they want to hand over 1,000 units, in traditional way, the developer will one by one or the owner will call to the office and make the appointments. So with the technology, you can easily one manpowers to handle unlimited unit because you through the system and do your make your appointment for handover. You understand? Very simple thing. And the developer also very easy to capture like instant and real data, and they can see immediately this project up to date, this minute, how many defect is submitted. And they're able to see inside the system by category, like which part their majority the defect come from. This is the beautiful thing of the technology. Like Liz, just now she mentioned the financial health check. So you see the traditional way is like, if let's say like the traditional, you need to take 2 weeks time, the banker will tell you, just wait, you submit all your document, you wait for 2 weeks, I will inform you, right? So after the 2 weeks, they will inform, oh, your loan eligible is not enough. So you will feel upset. But use the technology, I will give you the report instantly. You can go to our booth there and try it. You just give us your IC and just an IC, then you can get the report, right? List. So instantly, you know your financial health check. You know, this is the beautiful thing of the technology. And you immediately, you can decide whether you want to commit this unit. So the booking also same thing. Immediately, the agent will tell you, this few unit, you can be considered. If you want to book, immediately you book and you make a payment, then go. We can say like, with technology, you can touch and go and purchase a unit. This is a beautiful thing of technology, I can say.
Totally agree. Yes.
Okay. So our system, the property management system, right? The cost, I would say, is actually pretty cheap. I would say you don't need 6 digit a year. You don't need 5 digit because it's a subscription basis. You only have to pay 4 digit a year. And the beauty of this is you're able to eliminate some of the humans' capital for the management. So we do have clients that after implement our system, they take out one of the accountants from that properties, and it actually cut the cost for a few thousands ringgit a month. And with our system, it's only 4 digits figures a year. And the next thing is for developers, right? Once they implemented our system before they hand over, before the construction and all that, right? They are able to eliminate the intercom. So we do have clients that when they implement our system, they take away the intercom that actually, reduce the cost for a few hundred thousands. And because with our visitor management system, the guards, every time they check in a visitor, they are able to just directly call to the owner. And we do have the security measures that will block the, how do I put it? We'll actually mask the phone numbers for the owner. So the security guard would never know what numbers they are calling. Yeah.
Yep. In summary, I would say now with the infrastructure that is available in the market, in the industry, it makes the technology a lot more affordable. Imagine many years ago, I won't say how many years ago, when we used Streamix, you know, we pay hundreds of dollars getting a very, very slow connection just to connect to the outside world. But now the infrastructure ready, everything is speed up, the cost lower down, is because the community adapt to the technology a lot more. So everyone actually leverage on the technologies now and make it more affordable. In summary, what I can say is, it costs a lot more if we do not use technology. Give you an example, our platform actually help the communities collect the payment of maintenance fee digitally, and we actually reduce the cash fraud problem, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars if that is actually made by the human, and it is a huge loss to the committee and the community. So that is one of the examples of the cost of not using technology. Right, so this, I would say, this is a summary of what all the panelists have mentioned, that the cost of technology is now very affordable, okay? So any other question? Yeah, some more? Yeah.
Public doesn't ask, president asks.
Okay.
No, even to bring up to the public, because technology applied to property and built environment is still a unknown factor. So property developer, consultant, construction companies might not be able to understand in full the impact that our members as Malaysian Proptech Association could be able to bring into the market. A lot of big players, stakeholders, keep on saying, oh, but I want my technology. I want to develop A to Z on my brand, on my own system, getting things done as I want. I don't want to buy a commercial solution, which we all know is a dangerous game. Maybe it could be interesting to highlight the dangers of having a tailor-made solution compared to using commercial solution, Angela. What do you think?
Totally agree. I have been in software engineering, software industry for more than 20 years. Yep, I did not disclose my age. Okay, yeah. So we can see, actually, the requirements, the industry, it is repeating, no matter which companies that you are coming from, or I think the business itself, it is a same pattern. So I think that is, we need to leverage on the resources of the industry where you may not have the perfect idea. Right. Sorry? Of course, please. This is my opinion. Of course, Christina, please.
I think I have experience on a lot of developer is requesting like customizations on or their own brand name, but this is one of the things like a lot of big player, big developer, they like to do that. So, but at the end, I see like they will waste a lot of resources. Because like what I'm saying, like we are the software provider, we spend a lot of time and our patience, and we go and study all those the user, what the user needs. Okay, we not only benefit the paymaster, we also will consider the user friendly. This is like your customization, your own brand, or you're using the commercial, this is the different things. When you customization, the own thing is you only based on your point of view and develop the system. And we are the commercial, so I can say is inside the system, we have a lot of different features and the pattern to handling different user behavior. So when you look for a system, you need to look for a one integrated system. And don't let your staff or your team and using different platforms, download so many apps, download so many login, log out a lot of systems. At the end, you will feel tired and you will blame on the technology is not the system is not working, right? So when you choose a system, you need to see your vendor, whether they are fully 100% in this industry, and especially in Proptech, property industry. Okay? If your vendor is fully developed is a property industry system, meaning you are lucky, you are look for a good vendor already, especially the MPM member. Okay? Today I'm keep on promoting the MPM members, and I'm very thankful to my presidents. He's always link up us, give us a lot of opportunities, work with like MTech, work with like a lot of, I think we shall give our president a clap.
Thank you, Christina. But for the public, allow me to add 2 or 3 points. Point 1 is, I want to buy a property, I go and see a developer. I want to digitalize my process as a property developer. Let experts do that. Let people that are in the digitalized world of the property market to do this for you. One, you save money in terms of IT team. You don't need any skills because our members are doing everything. Point 2, our solutions are updated from a software point of view on a weekly basis, monthly basis. You do not use a commercial solution, you have to run after your own updates. Your IT leader, the team leader, change a position 9 times out of 10, I would say 11 times out of 10, you find yourself in a sand trap. You cannot move because the one that has been developing the product for you then is missing and you don't know how to move any longer. How to choose the right solution? Point 1, make sure that is under that brand. Malaysian Proptech Association. We are doing a very deep scanning of all our members. Point 2, make sure that the solution owns the technology, meaning it's something that they have been developing. Why? Because in this way they will keep on updating and creating it more and more updated for you every single day and week. And point 3, look at what the features are. Personalization by putting up a logo, that is always possible, is not an issue. Too much of a personalization is too complicated, and at the end it will not work. Just a friendly advice. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Daniel. Yep. Okay, I think the time is up. Before we end, let me do a very short promoting our website, Malaysia Proptech Association. So Proptech means it's not only software. So Proptech, it can be infrastructure, it can be hardware, it can be devices, it can be networking, whichever that can benefit the property technology in terms of technology. So it is Proptech. You are welcome to join us. So if you are not Proptech, you can be associate member that we can collaborate and create more values for the real estate industry. Please join us. Our website is proptech.org.my. All right, that's all we have to say. Thank you so much, panelists, for your valuable opinions for Proptech and the industry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for our panelists and our moderator. Let's give them a big round of applause again.
Thank you.
All right. We'll meet you in the next session. Thank you.